Welcome to Northwest Christian University Counseling Center. Before we get started, I just wanted to tell you a few things about the Counseling Center and go over this document with you. It's our informed consent document, so we'll go over it together, and then at the end I'll have you look over it and sign it, and I'll sign it as well, just some things we need to cover before we get started. So, I want to tell you a little bit about our center and about the counseling process, and then some legal things related to counseling. So, about us, we're a counseling student here that offers affordable counseling to the community and free counseling to the college students here at NCU. All of our counselors are graduate students, so I'm a graduate student. I'm in my master's program learning to be a counselor. So that means I'm supervised by faculty here at the center. And a part of that means that we videotape all our counseling sessions.
Okay.
And the purpose for doing that is for us as counselors to go over with our supervisors to learn to become better counselors. So those videotapes get watched with the supervisor and then get erased. So they'll be confidential and secure during that process. So as counselors, we all vary a little bit in our theoretical approach to counseling, kind of our background and how we would approach counseling. So you might get a little different experience with whichever counselor you work with, but we can talk a little bit more about where I'm coming from and things like that. Our counseling center does not discriminate based on race, color, national or ethnic origin, age, disability, sexual orientation, religion, marital status, etc. So a little bit about counseling and just what you can expect. Counseling is a very personal experience, so your experience in counseling will be kind of based on our ability to work together to work through what's going on with you and to have an understanding of what's bringing you to counseling. So I'll be asking some questions that may be kind of personal, and it'll really work best if we can just be open in our conversations together. So part of that is that you will need to take an active role in your counseling to be open to that. So here at our center, you can expect to come about once a week for a 45 to 50-minute session. We'll go over, what your concerns are, and we'll develop a treatment plan and some specific goals that we can work toward. During our sessions, we might talk about some new behaviors that you could try or new skills. We might come up with some homework assignments or things for you to do outside of counseling sessions. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So and if any of that doesn't work for you, let me know, and we'll continue to talk about that as we're going through.
Okay.
So my responsibility to you is that I'll be on time for our sessions. I'll return phone calls. I'll be practicing in a legal and ethical manner, and collecting fees for counseling, and then just helping to keep others and you safe. So if you ever have a concern or you feel like I haven't acted responsibly, there's a number here for you to call my supervisor or also the center director.
Okay.
So we have that. I wanted to talk to you about some risks related to counseling. So sometimes you come to counseling and we start working through some of those issues. There can be an increase in stress. Some things might seem to get worse before they get better. That's just normal. That's part of the process. So I just want to make sure, if you experience that, that's normal. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is confidentiality. What you say in counseling is confidential, meaning that it won't be shared with anyone, and it's protected under Oregon state law. So there are a few exceptions for circumstances, and then also if you give written permission for us to share information with another agency or something. So the exceptions would be if I, in talking to you, learn about your intent to harm yourself or others, I would have to make the appropriate reports to keep everyone safe. Or also if I learn about child abuse or abuse of another person who's protected under mandatory reporting statutes, I would have to inform the authorities. I'm legally required to do that. The other scenario is if I'm subpoenaed or ordered by a judge to reveal information. That's the legal scenario that I'd be in. So, do you have any concerns about that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, thank you.
Great. Just wanted to clarify with you, our purpose here is to work toward counseling goals, not to be involved in any legal proceedings like divorce proceedings, child custody. That's really not our role. So I just want to make sure that's clear. We also don't diagnose. We don't make a specific diagnosis. We might talk about impressions or what could be diagnosed, but we don't make a diagnosis that would be formal, that would go on any kind of record. We don't bill insurance. All of our services are paid for privately. It's $5 per session. The intake appointment's free, so this appointment's free. And you would pay me, your counselor, and then I would give you a receipt. And if that's something that you can't afford, then we can talk about other options.
Okay.
So, and of course it's free for students at NCU, Eugene Bible College, and Pioneer Pacific. So we'll have regular scheduled appointments, and then if you need to cancel an appointment, please call the counseling center as soon as possible.
Okay.
If you miss appointments or are continually late for appointments, we may have to, remove your counseling privileges. We do need those appointment spots for people who are going to be here. But if you're sick, or if you think you might be contagious, please call and reschedule. That would be best for everyone. Another note, if you're taking prescription medication that would alter your mood, so like painkiller or things like that, please don't come in, because that can interfere with the counseling process. Same thing for alcohol and other drugs. If you did come in and it was obvious you're under the influence, we'd have to reschedule our appointment.
Okay.
Similar to that, we cannot allow possession of alcohol, drugs, paraphernalia, or weapons in the center.
Okay.
Our clinic is not meant to be 24-hour mental health services or emergency services. So here's some numbers you can call in the community if you do have a crisis. 911, of course, and then the U of O crisis line and Whitebird Clinic are some really good options. So,
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No. Nope.
Okay.
No questions.
Yeah, so just take a second to look it over, and then when you're ready, you can go ahead and sign it.
Okay.
So,
All right, thank you.
yeah.